Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If you would like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com, and through December 26th of 2023, definitely use the coupon code SHOPSMALL2023. That's SHOPSMALL2023 to save 20% on all crystals and gift certificates for distance sessions and readings. If you're new here, go ahead, click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any intentions or requests for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off with a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests, and then I will send Reiki to you wherever you are and whenever you happen to be enjoying this video. So let's dive in, say hello to everyone, and get that grid going. Today is Wednesday, and through December of 2023, we do have a hard stop time on Wednesdays of 5:30, so we might not be able to get to everyone's requests, though I will try. Starting next month, my Reiki classes on Wednesday evenings start a little later so that we won't have that issue. But yeah, let's dive in. Let's say hi to everyone. Let's start building that grid. Hey, welcome in. Let me move this about. Gertie must have jumped up and explored, my little kitty, and just adjusted the camera and lights a wee little bit. So how is everyone doing today? Let's see. We've got Chris, Flower, Cora Carr. Lots of love to you. Patty, Key, Grace, and Lila Ray. And Grace, did I see healing from COVID? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, let me move this over. I'm so sorry, Grace. Oh, get better soon. Let's definitely bring some healing love to you for sure. Let's see. So yeah, let's start with that. So, of course, nothing I do here is ever a replacement for anything else. I say do the medicine, the, modern stuff, and whatever else works for you. I definitely use modern meds, take meds, do all the things, hang out and do Reiki, do crystals, everything else. Everything I do complements anything you might be doing on your own. So there's no reason to choose one or the other. Why not use both? So let's go ahead and support, let's see, some COVID and some heart healing and love. So let's do that. So let's do green kyanite, moss agate, heart healing, and love. Gotcha. So we will start with some moss agate. This is a really highly regarded stone in Chinese medicine. Oop, let me just adjust my mic a tiny bit. So this is, as I said, a highly revered stone in Chinese medicine. It's thought to help the body to clear anything that's kind of running rampant, any kind of infection, whether it's a virus, if it's a bacterium, this is thought to help. It's also great for connecting with spirit and unconditional love, and it's supportive for a lot of self-work and self-reflection, as well as individual healing. This can be helpful for connecting with inner child and higher self as well. So that is moss agate. Then there is green kyanite, and when we had the Omicron spike and everyone was sick, this is one that folks often found helpful. So green kyanite is great for the throat, chest, lungs, heart, basically the whole cardiopulmonary system. It's also really helpful for balancing your spiritual life with your mundane life. Helpful too for gaining wisdom through intuition and connecting with nature, specifically plants and land. And this time of year in our hemisphere where it's it can be quite a bit cold and hard to get out into nature, it can be really hard to get that restorative, renewing connection to nature. We might even get a little sad about not being able to get close to nature, this can help support you in that. So I hope that that helps with the physical stuff. Definitely get better soon. And with the heart stuff, for heartache, heartbreak, and calling in love, we have pink kunzite. So that's pink kunzite. Oop, let me adjust the light. There we go. So pink kunzite helps with compassion, connecting with love, connecting with a partner that is more about connection and commitment over a long period of time. So this can help you to open your heart after any time of heartbreak, and it can also help with attracting in some love. It helps with nerve pain. It also helps with allergies, especially chemical sensitivities, things that might cause you to cough, break out in a light rash. Also helps with themes around motherhood. Also thought to help sleepless babies, and even in work environments, if you're dealing with, say, a toxic boss, this can help you to be strong in your heart center and not take those things so personally. So that is pink kunzite. There we go. So I hope that that helps. Lots of love to you. Keep us posted on how you're feeling. Definitely feel better. And I hope that you get good news from that interview on Monday if you went. Let's see. Chris, you're still putting in the good fight for quitting smoking. I'm so proud of you. Oh, lots of love to you, Flower. Okay, cool. I can definitely support that. Awesome. Jennifer Vatsa, welcome in. You're probably going to nap. That sounds great. Lila Ray. Gotcha. And Fiad Luna, lots of love. Okay, cool. So we can definitely support all these requests here. I'm going to get as many of the individual stone requests as I possibly can, but we will get at least a few for everybody. So let's do for justice and things like that for Flower. Let's bring aquamarine and sapphire. Okay, Chris, have an awesome trip, safe trip. All the best to you. Little Tree, lots of love to you. And neuropathic pain. Okay, cool. We can support that too, as well as grief. Gotcha. And anything that helps to forgive. So luckily there's a stone that aids with forgiveness as well as may justice prevail. And here we go. It is aquamarine. This is one that helps with deflecting and kind of grounding immature, petty types of behavior. So that can always be good in any kind of family court setting to kind of ground that. It definitely made that justice prevail super helpful there. Really helpful with anything having to do with forgiveness, whether that's I forgive you to give you another chance or I forgive you to set myself free and move on. Whatever the case might be for you, aquamarine can help. It's also helpful for teeth, gums, and circulation of body fluids. So let's bring in aquamarine. We'll put another piece right here. Another stone that can help with bringing in speedy justice, which I think is kind of timely for today, is sapphire. This is also really helpful for connecting with your angels and your intuition, especially high-level intuition like mediumship and channeling. Helps too, if you do any of that work, to also get the response that would be most helpful for your querent, like if you're doing mediumship or channeling work on behalf of someone else. Helps too with the thyroid, eyes, ears. It's even thought to support folks with dementia as well as those who love and support those people, and helps with remaining positive in times of change. So let's bring in this one. So I hope that that helps. Flower and Lila Ray. Oh, and Patty had requested that too. Gotcha. Okay. Lots of love to you. And Cora Carr, being your best divine self in public and private spaces. Stones, garnet, labradorite, moonstone. Garnet, labradorite, moonstone. And I'm also going to bring in some sodalite for you. Sodalite, we were talking about last night, how this can be a really supportive stone if you struggle during Mercury retrogrades, which did start today. And as I always say, like, I know it's not really something that we all need to run around like our hair's on fire about. I know it gets a lot of freaky negative kinds of things. It just makes things a little more uncomfortable when we're communicating, when we're traveling. It can be really, communicating clearly can be a little more challenging. Because we're meant to be reflecting inward, not expressing outward. So how do we ground that energy? Sodalite's one of them. But this can also just help in general expression of who you authentically are. Helpful too to relieve menopause symptoms and to come to terms with anything around aging or getting older. Wonderful for impulses. So this may help with Chris and the desire to quit smoking. Helps with feelings around homesickness, but because you're asking for help to be your divine self in public and private, this can help you to communicate and show up as your full self. Sodalite also helps with expression artistically, as well as any way that you express yourself, whether that's spiritually or through dance or as an artist, anything. Sodalite can help. We'll also bring in garnet, which can help with strength and stability, as well as practicality. Getting as much done as easily and as quickly as possible. Organization, creativity, but also really thinking about the best way to use your time. The best new way to get something done, which can ultimately be really helpful in reaching goals. But it's also a lot of stability when things are changing and shifting quite rapidly. Next, we'll bring in labradorite. This one can help with sleep as well as clairvoyance. That's your spiritual sight. So what we see in vision, that is reflective of our intuition, how we're connecting with spirit, the messages we get. Also helpful for calming disputes and for detailed attention to lots of information, whether you're researching, studying, whether you're doing really fine detailed work like data analysis or coding. This can be seriously helpful. Wonderful too in enjoying travel, which you might want to pack a little bit of joy in your idea of travel during a Mercury retrograde. So here we go. That is labradorite. And moonstone, helpful for anything that has to do with connection to the rhythms, patterns, cycles of nature, especially including full moons and new moons. And we did have a new moon yesterday. Also helps with attracting love and connecting to the divine feminine, protective of women, supports connection to knowledge and wisdom, especially around spirituality and healing arts, and helpful too for just intuition as well as releasing patterns. So let's go ahead and bring this in. We'll actually put it under our labradorite because labradorite and moonstone are very connected. Labradorite and moonstone are, like, geologically speaking, very connected. Go. This is also a stone that can help with connection to divine timing as well as trust in divine timing. Okay, there we go. So that is moonstone. So lots of love to you, Cora Carr. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to support you. And thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Awesome. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, nerve pain, grief. Let's bring in some Amazonite. This can help with the spine and spinal nerves, as well as self-care. Self-care, even for folks who tend to think of everyone else before themselves, this can be a reminder for things like self-respect and also just like, hey, I need to care for myself too. And I deserve this kind of care that I would give someone else. Wonderful too for just calming in general, as well as luck. So we will bring in Amazonite. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for a nurse or the person who's always taking care of everyone in your friend group or family, Amazonite is a superb choice. So let's go there. For grief, let's bring in some black onyx. It definitely helps with grief as well as fear and anxiety. And this can also help you to release self-doubt and bring in quite a bit of self-esteem. Helpful too for protection spiritually and energetically. It's often thought as really helpful for protection against anyone who would like play mind games. I hope that this I hope that this isn't needed for Flowers Court thing, but you know what? May it be supportive if needed. But yeah, also helps with definitely it's one of my favorite grief stones, but it also helps with connection to ancestors. So let's bring that in. And Fiad Luna, I hope everything is going well. Fiad Luna has her own Reiki channel that you should definitely check out. And also is a lover and supporter of the animals of Philadelphia, which we've been cheering on for the last several days. So let's see, we've got all that stuff. Good stuff. Let's bring in one more for neuropathic pain and one more for grief. So pink tourmaline can also help nerve pain, as well as it can also help nerve pain as well as headaches and migraines. Great too for any kind of gynecologic issues, as well as spine injuries, mother-baby bonding, and even breaking down a negative self-image so that you can start to reconnect with yourself and rebuild your vision of yourself in a more positive way. So that is pink tourmaline. And then I'm going to bring in some dragon's blood, which is now in the crystal shop, by the way. This helps with grief and loss, but it allows you to process these things without falling into like a rut of self-pity. Helpful too with learning from your mistakes and being patient with yourself, as well as the strength and courage to create serious lasting change. So I hope that this helps with the quitting smoking for Chris too. Helps with the immune and nervous systems too, and in general happiness, wisdom, as well as optimism. So that's dragon's blood. I hope that helps, Fiad Luna. Lots of love to you. Hey Vic, it's good to see you. Been a while. Oh, I'm glad your friend is doing better. Hi to your friend too, Tree. Awesome. Okay. So let's go back up to some of Chris's requests. And some of Key's. Oh, I already got a few of Patty's. Good stuff. Sugilite, fuchsite, fluorite. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we'll start with some peridot. This can help with really tricky and challenging emotions like guilt, as well as anger and jealousy. And it helps us to break the habits that are holding us back in life. It helps to also support the really important friendships in our life. And it's wonderful for stomach upset, digestive issues, all those kinds of things. So that is peridot. There we go. Green onyx is a great complement to black onyx when there's a lot of unrest and deep grief and sadness. This can help with lifting that grief and sadness and moving through it, but also helping you to move forward despite the emotional pain. Wonderful for making decisions when otherwise you wouldn't want to be in that position to make those decisions. Your emotions are definitely heightened. But yeah, this can help even like emotional shutdown, whether it's grief, whether it's any kind of loss. So we will bring in green onyx. Green onyx can be this sort of dark green, or it can be like a lighter, almost pistachio green too. Fuchsite helps to boost the energy of other stones around it. And it's wonderful for self-care, especially having fun and just allowing yourself to experience joy without feeling like you have to be doing work or making it count in some other way. This helps to greatly renew the spirit. Helps too with spinal alignment, sleep issues, as well as carpal tunnel. And if you're doing any kind of inner child work, this can be a particularly helpful stone as it does help encourage connection to play. Fluorite is superb for, in general, relaxation and calm, especially if everything around you seems really chaotic. This is like the eye of the hurricane as everything is shifting and moving all around you. This helps you to find some peace and relaxation within yourself. Helps to bring comfort also to new moms and newborns, because the childbirth experience is not something I've experienced or will experience, but it definitely seems a little chaotic to say the least. So we will bring this around. So that's fluorite. Chevron amethyst, septarian. Septarian helps muscle pain and spasms, as well as healing of the skin, especially really persistent wounds. Helps too with the solar plexus, the center of self, personal identity, free will. This is one that gives us a lot of courage to go within and see what ways that we might be unconsciously sabotaging ourselves, or the beliefs, habits, understandings, maybe misunderstandings, pains of the past that are at the root of our behaviors, of our understandings, and the ways that we go through life. So this helps to support really profound change in life, and also even supports you while you feel vulnerable enough to do the change, but also not feeling so vulnerable you feel like paralyzed and stop. So we will bring this in. Again, that is septarian, and this is in the crystal shop too, as well as fuchsite. Honey calcite can bring in a lot of optimism in times of change, and it's highly recommended for anyone who is postmenopausal. I'm one of those folks. So this helps too with attracting the best people that connect with us and balance with us at this point in our life. So if you're looking to connect with new friends, new partners, new colleagues, whether you've moved somewhere new or you're turning over a new leaf, this can help you to attract the people that are a good balance for you. And that's because it works with the solar plexus, which we just mentioned with septarian, that center of self, and the sacral chakra, which is the center of relationships and how we relate to others. So that is honey calcite. And you'll bring that in here and here. Chevron amethyst boosts what we are manifesting, and also our awareness of sort of like our guides saying, hey, it's right there. So that helps too. It's great for tolerance of others, as well as opening up intuition, specifically around channeling, mediumship, anything visual or auditory, shamanic journeying. It's a very intense intuitive stone. Helps too with anything that is degenerative, whether it's like a degenerative disc disease, if it's, say, neurodegenerative, anything like that, that kind of gets worse over time. So that is Chevron Amethyst. Red Tiger Eye, Tree Agate, Red Tiger Eye can be one of the most protective stones there is to reach for. Highly, highly protective on the mundane level with the people you deal with, and with the spiritual level, with any kind of malevolent spiritual work. This is anything from bullying to worse with this. Also really helpful for manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So we will bring this in. Let's actually bring this in right here. There we go. So that's Red Tiger Eye. And Tree Agate is helpful for basically balancing every level of the body and the energy flow within it. So this is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And it's thought to balance all different body types, whether it's the levels that are impacting the mind, the body, etc. This is thought to help take whatever the nature of your imbalance is and bring it back into wholeness and balance on the physical level. You might be familiar with the chakras. That's a big part of the energy system that we're talking about, but there's so much more to that system than just the chakras. The nadi are these smaller kind of tributaries and channels through which energy flows in the body in that system. And this helps to harmonize the flow on every level. So that is Tree Agate. So that's great for just general well-being. And you mentioned something for mom's memory. Let's bring in Pyrite. This helps the brain and memory really well. And it also helps to manifest financial abundance. It is fool's gold. So fool's gold, we like to think calls in the real stuff. This is helpful for protection as well as intuition. So if you struggle with, yes, I want to be open to these things, but I don't want to be open to things that could be harmful, this can help to hold that space. Also helps with fever and lungs, and can help the body to make the best use of Reiki during a session. So let's bring some Pyrite in. Okay, and there we go. So that's Pyrite. Thank you for being here, hon. Okay, cool. And Catherine, welcome in. Okay, cool. We can definitely support that. Oh, Vic, you're still in Hawaii. Awesome. We're getting a lot of requests for pain and inflammation today for sure. So let's bring in some lapis. And joints, howlite. Female stuff is definitely represented by the pink tourmaline. Money manifestation. Asthma. Let's bring in some rhodonite. Headache is definitely pink tourmaline too. Creativity and writing. We have sodalite in there, which helps with writing. Let's also do creativity. There we go. And entrepreneurial stuff. Oh, desert rose selenite. Ah, for protecting real estate. Well, let's bring that in next. Memory of mom, not memory for mom. Sorry about that. Something for protecting estate. Yes. Hey, still not still. I hope you're doing well. So this is thought to protect property and keep people from interfering with that. And this is desert rose selenite. This is also an exceptionally helpful stone for so many other things. I'm actually going to look up what I wrote about it when I was meditating earlier. So this can also help with redefining ourselves in the face of loss and perseverance with things that are really challenging, particularly if you're talking about someone who finds it difficult to persevere through schooling or training. It also is thought to help the body fight viruses, so this may support grace as well. Helps with healing the skin and wellness and healing of animals as well. But yeah, it helps with consistent effort towards larger goals too. So yeah, so we will bring this in. So that is desert rose selenite. And these are available in the crystal shop as well. Desert rose selenite. Here we go. There we go. For creativity, let's bring in azurite. This helps with awakening our spiritual self as well as bringing in a lot of insight and intuition. Helps too with definitely big time creativity as well as relieving worry and indecision. Helps too with connection to your spirit guides, understanding and gaining spiritual wisdom. Helps with breaking down energy blockages as well as just obstacles in life, and with calming the mind while meditating or doing any kind of energy work. Helps too with spinal alignment as well as muscle spasms. So that is azurite, beautiful azure blue. Lapis can be helpful for pain and inflammation. Also really helpful for deep, open, honest communication. Embracing integrity, personal responsibility, owning your commitments. Helps too with curbing tendencies around being disorganized if you're trying to set a new intention for yourself and kind of follow a new pattern for yourself there. Wonderful too for vertigo, hearing loss, and career opportunities. So that is lapis. So we will bring this around. But yeah, great for pain and inflammation. Speaking of pain and inflammation, if you're having any joint issues or issues with bone density or healing a fracture, howlite can be really helpful. So this is our general joint pain stone. It also helps, like I said, the integrity of the skeletal system as well as everything in those joints, whether you're dealing with an acute dislocation or just old pain from a past injury. This can be really helpful. Also helpful for anger, resentment, and frustration too. So that is white howlite. Whoop. Hey Sam, I hope you're well. Awesome, we just put in white howlite, so that should help with lots of good stuff. For ear infections, we have moss agate is in there too. You're so welcome, Patty. For, let's see, I think I saw lungs and asthma. Rhodonite for sure. This helps the lungs and asthma. Actually, pyrite helps the lungs too. This helps the lungs, especially if it's in regards to asthma or any kind of autoimmune stuff. Wonderful for all of those things, as well as healing a broken heart. So this will support grace and opening our heart to love again after loss, breakup, divorce. Helpful too for processing old emotional pains around, say, emotional abuse and dealing with insecurities too. Rhodonite is pink and black, sometimes more pink, sometimes more black. We'll put that around here. So that is rhodonite. And for financial abundance, we have citrine. Citrine helps with not only calling in the financial abundance, but also the resources we need to survive and thrive, and with making good financial decisions with the resources we already have. Helps too with addictions and compulsions, as well as fibromyalgia, nausea, and can also help balance how we use logic and intuition when we use them together, giving them like balanced footing, which really allows for better decision making and better understanding of both logic and our sense of intuition and what we've experienced in our intuition. So that is citrine. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we got Catherine. Healing, boundaries, emotional stability. Okay, let's do emotional stability. Entrepreneurial stuff for right now. So lepidolite is really helpful for emotional kind of stability and regulation. This is lithium mica. So this has been used as a prescription medication at least since the 1940s in the US, and is back as far as the ancient Greeks. I'm not by any means telling you to put it in water and drink it. That can actually have wildly different impacts on different people. So I kind of don't encourage that at all. However, as something to carry with you or to use in kind of the energetic sense, it can be really helpful. It helps to also understand the beliefs, the past pain, the understandings that have led to some of the decision making at bay, any kind of patterns that need to be released to help support your general well-being. Also helpful for discernment, especially should I stay, should I go? So we will put in lepidolite there. Tiger eye is wonderful for entrepreneurial anything. It helps with research. So if you're doing any kind of marketing research, helps with any kind of research, attention to detail, and study too, really helpful for that. Wonderful for protection, especially against envy and jealousy, but just energetic protection in general. Helpful too for like big picture thinking, seeing all the different parts and pieces to a particular subject, like say writing a business plan, and helps with everything entrepreneurial, like that big vision kind of spirit. Helps too with balance. So let's go ahead and put this next to our red tiger eye. So this is golden tiger eye or just tiger eye. There we go. Family and housemate harmony. Absolutely. So let's do carnelian and herkimer for that. Carnelian helps with the relationship center. That's the sacral chakra just beneath the navel. It's the color orange, and that has to do with how we relate to community, groups of people, the rest of the world, all the way down to our most intimate and close relationships. Also helps with manifesting a loving relationship, as well as balance and healing around sexuality, sexual function, fertility. Helps too with healing wounds. It's great for cold and allergies, And it can also just help with shaking off things like laziness and apathy. It also helps boost creativity. So we will bring in carnelian. There we go. Herkimer diamond helps with balancing really discordant energy, which can help hold a good space for people. So it'll help balance internally and among other people, as well as just in a space, like in a room that just feels very unbalanced. Sorry, itchy nose. Helps too with metabolism, as well as intuition, connection to spirit, and manifesting. It helps to boost our manifestation. Wonderful too for just being in the present moment, and especially during the holidays. Isn't that a lovely place to be? So we'll bring this in. So that's Herkimer diamond, which is a type of clear quartz found in the Herkimer, New York region of the US. So bring that in. And also for balance among people, harmony, cooperation, and just general energy clearing and kind of stepping off on a new foot, we've got Dalmatian jasper. So black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy, and that's what these little black dots are made of. As it goes through this jasper, it actually is thought to help break up energy blockages like in your energetic field, which can help lift and release old stuck energy that might be contributing to feelings around jadedness or cynicism. And it helps to hold a really great space for cooperation. Also really helpful for any kind of digestive issues and just energy clearing in general. So we're going to bring that in. So that'll help people work together really well. So that's Dalmatian jasper. You can see where it gets its name. Hold on one moment. I really need to run a humidifier. The air in my apartment is so dry. Even with like showering with the door open and letting the steam from the bath like fill up the room, it's still like just gone in a second. So all the dry skin in my nose, everything's itchy. Thank goodness for lotion. Oh, Flower, that's wonderful. Fastest court hearing ever. You have all the kids all the time. That's wonderful. I'm so glad it's finally closed. Freedom for all of you just in time for the holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to all of you. Congratulations to Little Tree as well, because I'm sure that helps with stability in the house and just, you know what's happening. And I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let me go back up to the requests from Chris. Snowflake obsidian selenite. Gotcha. Blue apatite, iolite, ruby, chrysocolla, Lemurian quartz, rose quartz. Gotcha. Okay, so we're going to have to get started on the Reiki part soon. So I'm going to get as many of these as I can. So let's go ahead and do Snowflake Obsidian, which helps with releasing things like guilt and also with noticing, recognizing patterns that keep recurring that are holding you back. causing you trouble and pain. Helps with calming overstimulation, balancing the body-mind-spirit connection, and also internal peace and harmony, as well as hope after loss. So we will bring in Snowflake Obsidian. Next is Chrysocolla. This helps us with following our soul's purpose, getting that heart-centered encouragement along the path. It also helps us to make decisions that are in alignment with our greater good, as well as finding new means of creative expression. So we will put this here. So that's Chrysocolla. Lemurian quartz, specifically Blue Mist Lemurian quartz, and this was a gift from Vincent and Cora Carr, so thank you both very much. This helps with healing the past, so childhood, even pre-memory childhood, and past lives. Helps with releasing the emotional pain from those times in our life and past lives, as well as learning about ourselves in the process of that healing journey. So that is Blue Mist Lemurian quartz. Ruby helps with courage to be ourselves and exactly who we are. Also superb for love, fertility, fibromyalgia, and anything having to do with leadership or management skills. So this is actually a wonderful complement to garnet too. Let's go ahead and put these, let's see, right in here. Selenite helps with holding a space of love and light and high vibration. This helps to clear the energy of a space, clear our own energy field, and even clear the energy of our crystals. You can put any crystal up against it. It will help it to gently clear the energy in as quickly as a couple of hours. And do not put selenite in water. It will start to melt. This is also a stone that helps us to better connect with our spirit guides and helpers. Blue apatite helps with, hilariously enough for something named apatite, our connection to and relationship with food, helping us to bring it into a healthy balance, whether our goals are weight loss or anything else related to food, even the relationship with it and how the role it plays in our life. This is very helpful. Helps with revealing our soul's purpose and giving us the courage to embrace it, as well as inner harmony, inner peace, and balance. Also great with strengthening your energetic field. If you're someone who accidentally takes on the energy of others, this is a great stone to help you do that a little bit less. So there we go. So that is blue apatite. Iolite can also help with weight loss and with clairvoyance, visioning, seeing what our eyes don't see, but what our spirit sees. So this is one that can help with things like shamanic journeying, even more intense visuals during dreams, as well as helping with fever and even sleep disturbances. So that is iolite. And rose quartz helps with just feeling emotionally depleted. This can really fill the heart center with lots of unconditional love. This also allows us to expand what we expect and what we'll accept in romantic relationships, seeing that we are a divine manifestation of love and we absolutely do deserve love. So we will bring this in. And amethyst. This is a wonderful stone for any kind of intentional life changes, personal healing, or self-improvement, if you want to call it that. This is one that helps also with addiction and recovery. It's got a strong connection to that. It helps very much with the embodiment of the Serenity Prayer, to accept what one cannot change, to change what one cannot accept, and to know the difference between those two in each particular scenario. It also helps you with being gentle with yourself as you continue to consistently create change in your life so that you're not beating up on yourself for past mistakes. So that is amethyst. Also can very much help with better sleep. So there we go with amethyst. And I think we got them all. If I ever decide to visit Oahu, let you know. Ooh, that sounds really tempting. I wish I could go. Oh, that would be lovely. For Samantha, financial abundance, physical health, emotional well-being, depression, anxiety. Gotcha. And gotcha. Protection of your car and things, your dog. Let's do leopard skin jasper, smoky quartz, you got a job. Ooh, hoping it'll work out. Oh, so much love and blessings to you. Thank you for sharing that with us, Samantha. I'm so happy to hear that. And let's bring in, I'm going to bring in these two, and then we're going to have to dive into the healing because it's a Wednesday. Smoky quartz helps with protecting things like your car, but any kind of property. This has been used since the Middle Ages to protect property against things like theft. It's also really helpful for like transitioning not so great energy into something better. Great to have around for that. Helps too with general protection, energetic protection, as well as calming worry and breaking up energy blockages. So that is smoky quartz. So let's go ahead and put some in here. Leopard skin jasper helps with our connection to and healing of our animal companions. It also helps with coordination and balance, anything impacting the skin and attracting a soulmate relationship. So we will bring this in right on top of our beautiful rose quartz and amethyst. Also, desert rose selenite can help with healing of animals, and that's there. And for things like depression, anxiety, also just processing really difficult emotions is malachite. This is also one that helps with things like inflammation and pain, particularly with arthritis, but really with anything. Also processing emotionally difficult things so that we can move through them, release that pain, and embrace life on the other side of it, leaving that pain behind and in our past. So great for really difficult emotional healing. So yeah, we will bring this in, and also helps with connection to the Archangel Raphael and with phobias, especially fear of flying. So there we go. That is malachite. So thank you for inspiring this beautiful grid. And thank you all for sharing your wins and your losses all along the way. That's exactly what I had hoped would be the space that would come up around this. So thank you. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and do the thing I do where I explain what Reiki is, how to make the most of this session. While I do that, if you wouldn't mind helping lift the energy of the grid and the space that you're in, go ahead and simply click that like button if you haven't already, but then go into the chat and just share anything that you're grateful for, anything at all, and that will help lift your energy. If you are already just too cozy, if it's something more private, or if you're watching this in the future, just go ahead and reflect and think about the things you're grateful for. And thank you again for being here. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and it's always a blessing and an honor to be able to share all of this healing energy with all of you. So again, if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description. There's also links to all my social media and my email newsletter. And through the 26th of December 2023, use code SHOPSMALL2023. That's all together, no spaces, SHOPSMALL2023 to save 20% on all of your gift certificate and crystal purchases. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki has become a catch-all term in the West for energy healing, but in Japanese, it actually means spiritually guided soul energy. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki, and this particular methodology was created by Mikao Usui in the 1920s in Japan, at a time where even being thought to teach something that is part of or tangential to a religion had some really dire consequences. So this is a very spiritual practice of connecting to energy and supporting others and yourself. At the same time, it's completely secular. So however you relate spiritually, you can sort of insert your beliefs here. It's also a big part of why Usui Reiki is just so popular in the West in general, is that secular nature. So during this session, essentially what I'll be doing is I'll be using Usui's techniques to connect to this energy and direct more of it to you, wherever you are and whenever you're experiencing this. Basically, it's thought that this energy, the very concept of energy at the heart of Usui Reiki, that is seen in Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan. It's thought that everyone and everything is interconnected. And that spirit, however you define it, provides this lovely, life-sustaining, soul-affirming energy, and it's already flowing through you, through me, through everyone and everything, even if we are not aware of it or don't acknowledge it. And that essentially when I'm connecting to this energy, I can direct more of it to you, supporting your body, mind, and spirit to do the things that it does to bring you into healing, balance, and resilience even more. During the session, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to logic some things through, or even hear your kind of internal monologue a little bit more clearly. You may also get some spiritual wisdom, some intuitions, or just some resolution or kind of catharsis. You may also just have a lovely healing nap, and that's highly encouraged too. Definitely encourage you to enjoy this session in any way that feels good for you physically. All you need to do to be open to it is really be here and have the concept of being open. If you're here, you're open to it. But you don't have to do anything special to receive it. So I generally suggest that you find a nice comfy spot to sit or lay down, but you can also move around, stretch, bend, integrate some yoga, do some journaling, anything that feels good for you at this time. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. Certainly, you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. You can just be, and the Reiki will support you exactly as you are. I will connect and send this energy to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn up the music. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. You can check out her YouTube channel and her website. And know that Reiki is also not limited to the constructs of humanity. So I can only be in one place at one time, but the Reiki is everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this video, this healing is there for you. And for those of you who are here live, anytime you might need healing, if I'm not live, go ahead to the past healing live stream playlist and pick any past healing that resonates with you, that seems to look like just intriguing by the picture on the thumbnail of the grid, and that's the perfect one. You can even skip ahead to the healing if you want to. And I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. So feel free to set your subscriptions up with notifications on. Maybe sometimes you'll actually get one that'll tell you to hop on in when I'm live. Or you can just set your calendar to it and just know when I'll be here so that you can have some self-care as part of your week. And thanks again so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege once again. Let's go ahead, take a closer look at that grid and get into the healing. Grateful for friends and family and Minecraft. I love it. Absolutely love it. And this Reiki family. Oh, thank you everyone for all the loving, beautiful things in the chat. Am I afraid of flying? No, I'm not, thankfully. I am not. I even use the subways of Philly and I'm not even afraid of that. And that's way more dangerous than flying. Oh, hang on. Let me adjust my camera. Whoop. There we go. Nope, thankfully I'm not afraid of flying. Oh, thank you for all of the love in the chat. So everybody, oh, hey, Renee. Oh, awesome. You're just in time and that makes you grateful. Me too. I'm grateful that Flower won her case and that Samantha got her job. Well said, Patty. I'm so grateful for those things. And thank you both for feeling so comfortable to share that here. Absolutely love it. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, get into the Reiki, start sending. If y'all want to keep chatting in the live chat, you go right ahead. Know that at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll encourage you to take a few deep breaths, and then we'll move on from there. But yeah, and I'll be able to answer any questions at the end too. So enjoy your session or your chat or both, and I will see you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions, go ahead and use the chat. Here you go. Gertie saying hello, keeping my lap warm. I hope you had a beautiful session. Oh, you're welcome, Jenny. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Ugh. Boy, that was a big yawn. Oh, and you have a yawn too, little Gertie. Yes, you do. Awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything, go ahead and use the chat. Oh, you're so welcome, Flower, and congratulations. I'm so glad to hear about everything. You're welcome, Lila Ray, Little Tree. The mirror. The mirror in the center helps with reflecting any negative energy to keep it from hanging out in the grid. Yeah, it's a mirror with a clear plastic film on it, so that basically it keeps it from reflecting really bright light into the camera, so it doesn't feel painful to look at. Aww. I'm glad this was so helpful for you, Patty, and especially on a really rough day. Lots of love to you and to Key. And you're welcome, Chris. All the best to you as you quit smoking. It's a rough time of year for an anniversary like that, Patty. And with that, and an abundance of love to all of you, thank you all so much for being here. But I'm going to have to go ahead and move into getting ready to teach my class tonight. Oh, that's really beautifully said, Patty. All the good things, love, joy, laughter, prosperity, health. Oh, this is a rough month for anniversaries. Yeah, I'll be here. And we're definitely having some streams on Christmas Eve. On New Year's Eve. So I'll be here. So if you need a place to be or want a place to be or just a little moment away, we'll be here. And yes, the copper spiral. Copper helps to break up really stuck old energy and get like energy flowing. And that actually is a jewelry finding. Yeah, so some people would actually make that into jewelry, or they might embellish it in some way or make it part of what they're making. But yeah, spirals have long been connected with healing. There we go. Oh, I'm so glad this is helpful for you, Patty. Thank you for letting me know. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to jump off now because I got to go teach my Reiki 2 class. So thank you all so much for being here. I'll be back again Friday at both 4 and 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And remember that there's always past healing live streams to enjoy anytime you need it. And thank you so much for being here. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you for all of the good news that you brought in. I hope that you all take care and that I see you again soon. And bye for now.